Joey Logano is the reigning NASCAR Cup Series champion. He's a two-time champion. His voice matters. Just last month, the Team Penske driver got brutally honest during an interview when talking about his experience in the Truck Series earlier this year and how it opened his eyes to NASCAR's broken business model. This past weekend in Chicago, and just days after his teammate Ryan Blaney had a violent head-on collision with an unprotected wall at Nashville and suffered concussion-like symptoms as a result, the 33-year-old was asked his thoughts on safety in NASCAR, and Logano didn't hold back. Joey Logano ran in the Truck Series on the Bristol Dirt to get extra seat time back in April. He won the race. Not a surprise considering his stature, and more specifically, he'd won the inaugural Cup race on the dirt surface in 2021 and finished third there last season. However, what was a total shocker from the Bristol Dirt were his comments about his experience in the trucks and how it exposed him to NASCAR's ugly pay-to-play business model.
I hate to say it, it's a broken system. I hate to say it, but it is so challenging to make it because you gotta have cash. Not that's not everybody, right? Unless you got to be a standout. You got
only 99.9% of the people got to have money.
You better be ridiculously good today to get the opportunity that I had. And I mean, even today, Kenny, I can't go drive a truck without bringing money to the table, right?
Well, that's big.
I went through that truck at Bristol this year. I had to bring a significant amount of money to go drive it. You would think you win a couple Cup championships that you can go drive whatever you want whenever
you want. They can sell you.
Right. It's like, well, they would want me in the car because I can help them, build their program. I have experience. I can, help us. Nope. I got to bring money to go race still.
So this is unbelievable. I mean, to me, this is breaking news in the garage area.
No, this is true.
Needs to be said, though.
Champion has to bring money to go racing. What does a 18-year-old kid, 19, 20-year-old kid that does not have a resume expect?
Unbelievable.
I don't know how you do it. Like, to the point that, like, I don't know if I want my kid to go racing.
It aggravates me. This upsets me.
It upsets me, too. And I don't know the fix either. It's too freaking expensive.
Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney are in their sixth season together as Penske teammates. A few weeks ago at Nashville, Logano struggled to a 19th place finish. Blaney finished dead last in 36th. But it wasn't the 29-year-old's finishing position everyone was talking about after the race, but how it happened. Just before the halfway point of the race on lap 147, Blaney got hit from behind by Kyle Busch on a stacked-up restart, which sent the number 12 car sliding sideways through the infield grass before it suddenly gained traction on the pit road surface and shot hard left into the inside wall, a concrete wall that was without a safer barrier. After exiting the infield care center, Blaney told reporters it was the hardest hit of his life and expressed frustration with the situation, even suggesting he would pay to install the safer barrier for the unprotected section. After the race, NASCAR released a statement on the incident. NASCAR safety engineers work closely with safety experts on the implementation of barriers around the track. As we do following every race weekend, we will evaluate all available data and make any necessary improvements. On Saturday in Chicago, less than a week after his big crash, Blaney talked with reporters, and his recovery was understandably top of mind. He candidly revealed that he experienced concussion-like symptoms earlier in the week, consulted with a renowned concussion expert, and acknowledged there was some concern he might miss NASCAR's first ever street course race in the Windy City.
Get better physically, I felt fine. On Monday night, just kind of the mental side was I had to do a little bit, but by Thursday I felt really good about it, and then Friday I felt 100%. So, but yeah, definitely a long week, nervous Monday and Tuesday, kind of seeing how you progress, but fortunately got better. Dr. Collins felt good about it Monday when he talked to me. He had some concerns, but he didn't feel like there was ever really a point where I was going to sit out, or he didn't see anything too severe, at least where I didn't have to go up to Pittsburgh. But there was a couple things in my eyes that he didn't really like. You just feel kind of foggy. You just kind of feel out of it. And, the exercises he kind of gave me to do to, essentially at the end of the day, it's a muscle, and you have to work that muscle out. So the way he approaches it is pretty unique, is, go into noisy areas and light conditions and work out and put yourself in these situations with a lot of people that, are going to help you out. It's not good to sit in a dark room. That's not going to get you better. So having that advice and going and doing it really sped up the process, which was obviously ideal to get me here this weekend.
Being his teammate, Logano knew the details of what Blaney was experiencing last week leading up to the race in Chicago. When asked his thoughts about his Penske teammate situation and NASCAR's overall safety record with the next-gen car, the two-time Cup champion did not hold back.
It's not fast enough, and we just need to do a good job at looking for any possible scenario that can hurt us. Right? We need to watch the tracks ourselves. We need to find those areas, and we need to be loud and make them we gotta be loud about where the issues are. There's no doubt last year the back of the cars were too stiff. We made a change. In front of the cars we know are still too stiff. The change isn't coming until next week. It took way too long, and we almost hurt a driver again because of it. So we're just too slow. We're too slow. We designed a car that hurts the drivers more, right? We took a serious step backwards from a safety standpoint, and we almost hurt another one last week.
You can hear it in Logano's voice. He's justifiably unhappy that NASCAR went backward on safety in the last 2 years, and he's definitely not impressed with the speed of the new changes. His word choice about almost hurting another one is interesting. Blaney clearly was hurt, as he described, just not bad enough to miss a race, which is obviously what Logano was talking about. In either case, it's a troubling state of affairs, and hopefully, NASCAR will adjust its processes and address issues as they come up sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, based on the governing body's track record, that's not likely to happen anytime soon.